Hello children, very good day all of you. This is Nagashri ma'am here. So I want all of you to take your English textbook, okay, block 3. And then if you read, the name of the story is Geeta and Vijay's Sprout Salad, okay. So the block's name is Geeta and Vijay's Sprout Salad. Children, do you cook food at home or do you help your mama or papa to cook food at home? Will your papa also cook any special dish at home? So what will you do at that times? Or will you cook on your own any simple dish like bel puri or salads or fruit salad, or it might be anything else? Okay, so here why I'm asking you is, this is the story of, okay, this lesson is all about the story of two kids, Geeta and Vijay, okay, who prepared sprout salad. What is sprout? Okay, what is sprout actually? There will be seeds, okay, like dals, grams and all. So if you take the seeds of grams related to that, you can eat edible seeds, and if you, yes, soak it in water overnight, and then the next day you have to again take out all the water, drain all the water, and then tie it up in a cloth, or you have to close it in a box with a lid, okay, and then by next morning you can see all like this. That is, if you closely look at the picture, you can see the seeds, okay, in between you can see the white hair like structures here. So that is, the seeds have sprouted, okay. It is known as sprouted seeds, okay children. So that is, children, these seeds will, yes, get into, sprout into baby plants, okay. Once it is soaked in water for all one night, and then again it has to be, okay, drained, and that is, all the water should be taken out and it has to be tied in a cloth. So by the next morning you can see that all the seeds will be sprouted, all the seeds have sprouted, okay. That is, they are the baby plants, okay. That is, the seeds will start to grow. So at that time, if you just eat it, okay, if you prepare a dish with the sprouted seeds, and if you have it, then it is very good for health. So it is a kind of dish, okay. We will say it as sprouted seeds. And let's see, what did Geeta and Vijay do, okay. So how did they prepare, what did they do? Let's see, it is all given in this lesson. So first, let us start reading. Geeta and her brother Vijay are alone at home. Their father and mother have gone to work. They start feeling hungry. They find some sprouts and decide to make a sprout salad. But oh, who will chop the onion for them? Mother says that the sharp kitchen knives are dangerous. Chopping onions makes you cry too. Vijay has a plan. He quickly runs outside and calls their neighbor Didi, Rani. She chops the onion for them. Rani says she is proud of them. They can cook. Geeta and Vijay have shared their recipe with you. Why don't you surprise your family by trying it at home? So, children, it is a very sweet lesson of two kids, okay, who will start feeling hungry when nobody is at home for them to cook and give them, serve them, okay. So, Geeta's and Vijay's parents are working, okay, they are at office. They had been to work, both of them. So these kids were all alone at home with no elderly people. So what did they do when they started feeling hungry? Okay, they just went to the fridge. They started finding out at home if there was anything for them to get rid of hunger. So they found the sprouts. What did they find? Sprouts. So I told you how actually we have to, how will the sprouted seeds get ready? How we have to get the sprouted seeds ready to eat. So what did they do? They found the sprouts. So as soon as they found the sprouts, they felt so happy. And you know what? They cannot eat like that itself. It has to be mixed up with something else so that it will be tasty and delicious too. It is of course very healthy dish. But then what did they decide? They decided to make salad out of the sprouted seeds. You know, for salad, what and all they will add? Onions, tomato, and pepper and salt. So, what did they do? They thought of chopping the onions. Chopping means cutting the onions into small, small pieces. Okay, that is known as chopping. Cutting any vegetables into small pieces is known as chopping. But there are no elderly people, okay, for them to guide because they were scared of using these sharp knives, or they thought that it was not very good idea of using the knives which were very sharp, about which his parents, that is her parents, their parents had warned them also. They had told them that the kitchen knives are really dangerous, and even chopping onions, while chopping the onions, okay, it was not only about the knives but also what will happen when your mama is chopping onions? What will happen? The tears will start flowing from the eyes. Yes, the water will start rolling down from the eyes, isn't it, kids? So it will be difficult for these two small kids to chop the onion by themselves. So what did they decide? Vijay had a plan, okay? He had a plan and he ran outside, and then he went to his neighbor house and called Didi. Didi means giving respect, that is sister, okay? Giving respect to the neighbors, to the friends or the elderly people. It is known as sister, Didi. So he went to the neighbor house. Neighbor house means the house which is very close to your house. It might be next to you or it might be very close to your house. Okay, they are called the neighbors. So the people who live in the house very close by your house are known as neighbors. Okay, then he went and called neighbor Didi, whose name is Rani, for help. So she came, she heard the story, whatever their problem was. They were feeling hungry and they wanted to cook or prepare salad on themselves. So she helped them by chopping the onions and she gave them. She also said that I'm really proud of you. That means you both are so small, but still you did not complain about anybody. You started feeling hungry. You did not complain that I don't have anything to eat, and you did not suffer with hunger also. So you took a good decision of preparing a dish, and then you want to eat sprouted seeds, which is really very healthy also. So she was really surprised and she said, I am proud of you. And then she helped them by chopping onions for them. And she told, now you can cook. So you both are grown ups, that you can cook also, which is really surprising me. And she helped them by chopping the onions and she went back to her home. So Geeta and Vijay, what did they do? They told, okay, they prepared the salad and they went and they told, what did they tell? They told thanks to Rani Didi, and they shared, okay, with her also. We have to understand that these children, has shared the food also. We have to share once we have taken help also. We have to say them thanks, and not only that, we have to help them back, right, children? So we have to share and care also. So she's caring for them. Even these kids will surely share their sprouts, that is whatever the sprout salad, with Rani Didi for sure. Then this lesson tells us, okay, that the kids are really good and intelligent, and they did not hesitate to cook for themselves, try a new thing, and also, yes, get rid of the hunger. So this is the story, a small story about Geeta and Vijay, two kids who are really obedient and sweet. So children, I want you also to surprise your family by doing something like this, by cooking a dish and serving your parents instead, okay? Instead of you getting served daily. So daily you are being served by delicious dishes, right, children? And they take care of you so much. So one day you have to really surprise them by cooking a delicious dish, something very simple as sprout salad. Okay? Yes. So I want all of you to read this lesson once or twice, and then soon I will be giving you notes. Before that, I want all of you to take pencils and then look here, yummy sprout salad. Okay, list of things you need. So here is the list of things which is required to prepare the sprout salad dish. So here they have shared the recipe. What is the meaning of recipe? Recipe means it is giving us instructions about how to cook something, some special dish. That is, instructions means it is telling us step by step what to do. So here, one bowl of moong dal. So it is giving us measurement also. We have to take one bowl of moong sprouts. Okay, this is the moong sprouts, sprouted moong dal, sweet dal, and then one onion. So they have taken one onion. This is the recipe of Vijay and who? Geeta. Okay, and then some peanuts. You know what is peanuts? Yes, kadle bija, and then one lemon. Okay, one lemon, salt and pepper. So the dish is really very simple. And next, they have told the steps. This is the measurements. Okay, what and all you have to take and how much quantity you have to take. They have told you in list A. So in next step B, okay, put the sprouts in a bowl. You have to put the sprouts, that is moong sprouts, in a bowl, and then you have to chop an onion with the help of your parents. You have to do it in the guidance of elderly people. Okay, and then after chopping onions, you have to add the chopped onions to this sprouts. Okay, and then add some peanuts. Look here, peanuts, groundnuts, the groundnuts. Inside there will be seeds. Okay, inside the groundnuts there are the seeds which are known as peanuts. Okay, so you have to add some peanuts, little bit of peanuts, and then squeeze a lemon. You have to again cut the lemon and squeeze it. What is the meaning of squeezing? By pressing it using the fingers. Okay, so that the juice of the lemon will be, it will be what poured into the sprouted moves, and then sprinkle salt and pepper, mix well. What is sprinkling? Okay, to spread equal amount of salt and pepper as per your taste to the dish, that is known as sprinkling. So sprinklings, you have to sprinkle salt and pepper, mix well, and then children, look here, they have told serve and enjoy. you have to first serve whatever dish you have prepared. You have to share it, and then you should also have it and enjoy. So this is the recipe. Okay? Yes, kids. So here, turn the page, and then I want all of you to tell me the answers, okay? And get ready with the pencils also. So wherever I ask you to write, you have to write. Who cooks the food at home? Is it your mother, grandmother? Who will cook food at home? You have to discuss and tell what kind of food you can you make. Okay, so what can you prepare? Can you prepare a sandwich? Okay, or can you prepare bread jam? Whatever it might be, a simple dish, you have to tell me. Discuss with your parents and friends, and then you can tell. So, look at the steps of the recipe. How was it different from the story? So, the recipe is actually telling us the method and the quantities of how much it has to be taken, what and all is required, and how much it has to be taken, and how it has to be prepared. And what is the story about? The story is telling about what did Geeta and Vijay do when they were at home all alone, when their parents were away at office, at work. So what did they do? Actually, why did they cook the sprout salad? Why did they prepare? Because they were feeling hungry. So this is the story about the two kids, which tells us about what they did. And this one, it is the recipe. Okay, it is known as recipe. It tells us how to cook food. So it is completely different from the lesson, right? These two are two complete different topics. And next, take all the correct answers. Find the answers in the story. So here we have already read the story and you have listened to it. I want all of you to take the correct answers now. The children make a salad because they like cooking, must cook for the family, are hungry. Okay, was there any conditions like they have to cook for the family, they have to cook for their parents and for themselves every day? Was there a condition like use must? Must means it is a condition where they have to do and there is no other choice. Okay, must is used in such conditions. So, or did they like cooking, or were they hungry children? They were hungry, right? So take are hungry. Okay. Next, the children call Rani to help them chop onions. Why did they call Rani Didi to chop onions? Because knives are dangerous. They do not have a knife. Didn't they have a knife at their home? No, they had, right? Then why did they call her for help? Because the knives were dangerous and their parents had warned them about using knives. That too, no one else, like nobody else, were there to guide them also, right? The elderly persons, that's why. So we have to respect the words of our parents or our grandparents, right? Even if they are not around. Next, just repeat, children. Say these words after me: recipe, chop, neighbor, cooking, paragraph, sprinkle. Once again, recipe, repeat, chop, neighbor, cooking, paragraph, sprinkle. Okay, and then here, coming to this part, what is the thing you need the most for this salad? So, which is actually required in large quantity? Of what are they cooking the salad? Did they cook using lots and lots of onions or lots and lots of peanuts? No, they used one onion and some peanuts, but they used what? One bowl full of moong sprouts, right? So what we need the most for the salad is moong sprouts. That is the main whatever is required, right? Main thing which is required, the moong sprouts. And next, what is the first thing that Geeta and Vijay do to make the salad? So what did they do, children? If you see the story, okay, they took the sprout salad and they decided to chop the onions first. Okay, yes. So it was the first that came to your mind, okay, came to their mind while they decided to make the salad. So they took the sprouts and then they decided to chop the onion. They didn't chop it, of course, but they decided to what add the chopped onions to the salad. So that was the first thing they decided to make. And what is the dish they decided to make with the sprouted moongs? So the dish they decided to make is the salad with the moong sprouts. Next, how many parts does a recipe have? The recipe has two parts, right, children? One which tells us the quantity and what and all is required, the first part. And next part, it tells us what we have to do and how much we have to, like what are the steps it has to be done step by step. So it tells us about how we have to cook the dish, while the first part tells us what and all should be taken to prepare the particular dish and how much it has to be taken. So the quantity it is telling and the name of the items it should be taken in the first part, and in the second part it is telling us the steps. So there are two steps. I want all of you to put a small hyphen here and then write two, number two, STEPS, steps. Next, Geeta is thinking about the two parts of a recipe. Can you help her by filling in the blanks? Parts of a recipe. First part is a dash. It tells us dash. The second part has the dash. It tells us dash. So, the first part is what, children? It is the list. So, you can see here. The first letter itself is L. Okay? LIST. It okay. First part is list, and the second part has the steps of how we have to do. STEPS. So I want all of you to write it now. And then it tells us, okay, the names NAMES of the items. Okay, instead of items you can write ingredients, which is the correct exact words. That is the things, the items, the things, the edible things, the eatable things, the things that we can eat, okay, which are used to cook the particular food, the particular dish, are known as ingredients. Okay, children, so it is known as ingredients. So it tells us the names of ingredients and quantity. So it is telling us how much it has to be taken. Okay, so you can pause the video and please make a note of it. Write it down in your textbook. And then the second part has the steps. It tells us how to prepare. How to prepare. Okay, so what is ingredients, children? The ingredients are the items, okay, the edible items, that is which we can eat. So all the items that are required to cook a particular dish are known as ingredients. Okay, and the quantity, how much we have to take. Next, words with ER and OR. So here, children, you can see now words with ER and OR. Read the words in the box. So here, okay, ER and OR are used. Okay, with O and R and ER. So how they are spelled and how it sounds. Let's see. Father, sprout, mother, work, okay, and then hungry, serve, recipe, Rani. So here children, only father, mother, work. Okay, these are the words with ER and OR. Look here, ER is here together. And then again ER in mother is together and OR. So how the ER sounds children? Father, mother, So how is the sound of ER when they are together? What is the phonic sound of E? E. Okay, it is A. And then R, the phonic sound of R is R. But when they are together, we spell it as Okay, And what about OR? What is the sound of O? O. Okay, the phonic sound of O is O. And what is the phonic sound of R? R. And when they are together, we pronounce it as how? All. So, work. Or. Okay, we pronounce it as or. So look here, words with ER and OR, words without ER and OR. That means here also you can see R and O are here, but they are not together like this. Like after OR doesn't come. Sprout. And here, serve. E and R are together, but again the order is different. Okay, here you can tell us ER, and here, okay, recipe RE, that is Ray. Here you're telling it as Ray, but here, okay, ER are together and you pronounce it as Ray. Okay, so what is the sound of the letters R and E? They are different when they are placed differently in the words, right children? So here also R and E are together, but they are in the different manner, right? So you have to recipe. The sound of R and E in recipe is Ray. And what is the sound of E and R in these words where they are together? Er, er, father, mother, serve. So that is how it sounds. You have to read it loudly and you have to find out. Okay, you have to observe the sounds of the letters and you have to find out the difference. And then sort and write the words in the table. Read aloud these words. Okay, you have to sort the ER words. That is where E and R are together like this. First, we will sort out such words. So, butter, born, corn, teacher, father, fork, helper. So, here, teacher, ER is together. Father, again ER. Helper, ER. So, I want all of you to write here next to it, next to butter, teacher, then father, and then helper. Next, children, OR words. Born, OR is together. Born. Look, one is done for you. Or we will tell. Corn, or. When they are together, or. We will sound it as or, corn. And then fork, again or. So write born, corn, then fork. Fork. Here the sound of OR is slightly different. Fork. We don't tell or fork. We will tell fork. Or we are telling. The sound of OR is different, is slightly different than in the words born and corn. Fork. Ork. We are telling or. But here we are telling or. Okay? Yes. And then you just repeat these words after me. Control, bossy, butter, hungry. Okay? Yes. And next, As your teacher reads out the following steps, try to imagine what you must do. So here they have given the steps. So what is the final dish we are getting? You have to just guess and tell me. Okay, kids? Yes. How to cook mixed vegetables. So cook for 15 minutes. Peel the vegetables. Put them in a pot. Add water and spices. So here when I said it, cook for 15 minutes. So, did you understand what I am telling? No, it is not in order, right, children? First, it has to tell. Peel the vegetables. So, if I tell you, so write number one, that is the first step, okay? Or you write one ST, that is first, and then STEP, step. Next, peel the vegetables, put them in a pot. Later, you have to put it in a pot. That is the second step, right? Second step. Okay, peeling means to take off the skin of the vegetables, the outer part. Next, add water and spices. So, you have to add water, then only you can cook it. Without adding water, we cannot cook food, right? Any type of vegetables or rice, we have to add water. And then even the spices. What is the spices? Yes, it might be the chili, the salt, the pepper, or whatever, like masalas you add for the dish. And then cook for 15 minutes. This is the last step, that is the fourth step. And now if I tell you like this step by step, you will understand, right? Yes. So we have placed it in order, and then this is the right method. This is the steps that we have to follow in the correct way so that we will get a particular dish. So what kind of dish it is, children? Now can you guess? It is mixed vegetable sabji. Okay. So, once we have placed it in order, it is easy for us to tell what dish we will get finally, right? Yes. So, next, name two places where you can find more recipes. So, where you can find more recipes, children? At home, can you find more recipes? No, of course, you will get food time to time to eat. But can you see recipes there? Will your mama tell the recipes and all or the menu? No. So, where you can see more and more recipes, where you can see is hotel. Yes, in hotels and even in kitchen you can see if you observe the way your mama is cooking. In hotel there will be a list of menu. While they will give you menu card, right? Yes, so what and all items are there in their hotel. So there we can find more menus and the recipes is given in hotel. Are the recipes given in hotel, children? No, but in brackets it tells us like the names of the ingredients, the things that are used to prepare food, cook food. So the names of the ingredients are also given, right? So we will get an idea. So next, which is the place? I think so it is a kitchen where we can find more recipe when we observe how mama or grandma is cooking. Yes, and then you can also discuss and name any two places. Okay, discuss with your parents where you can find more recipes. So this is the recipe actually. Okay, yes, and then after writing this, complete whatever I have asked you to write. Okay, I want all of you to read this lesson again once or twice. Okay, and then you have to write down the notes which I will be giving you very shortly, children. Thank you so much. Bye.